Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. I have with me Sriram, Seshadri, and we're going to talk about the just concluded opposition unity meeting as well as what is happening in the Senthil Balaji case. But may I first request you all to please like this video, and also if you have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. And we have a surprise music item at the very end covering the Modi visit to the United States. Let's welcome Sriram Seshadri ji. Sriram ji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel.
Namaskaram, Shri. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. Very busy. I mean, a lot of things happening all around the country as well as around the world. And, it's keeping both of us extremely busy. I'm glad that we could make this connect. And viewers, we normally do it at an earlier time today because this opposition unity meeting was taking place. We thought we will wait to hear from what is going to be a resolution or resolutions, who came, who didn't come, all that stuff. Sriramji, take it away, sir.
Thank you. I think this opposition unity, the meeting that happened in Patna, it has a lot of significance. Only thing is, Nitish Kumar, who is actually the convener of this, thinks that he is the new era JP. I think that's where the problem starts. In 1977, Sri Iyer, when many parties came together to form a Janata Dal, BJP, the erstwhile Jansanghh, they dissolved, Samata party dissolved, several other parties dissolved to join Janata Dal so that they took on Indira Gandhi. That time they had an emotional feeling, emotional outburst because of the emergency, and then people suffered during the emergency. Now, all these parties are coming together to beat one single person, Modi, BJP, to form the government again in 2024. Not because, they are worried about the public, worried about anything that is problematic. Yes, there are issues. Manipur is burning. The issues are different. Why it is happening is different. There are some problems because the country is not going to be without problems. But it's all going to, they are all going to suffer, including all regional parties are going to suffer. Congress probably may not even exist after 2024 if BJP comes to power. That's a fear which has united all these 16 odd parties. Even then, 10 different parties didn't even bother, or they were not invited, like Mayawati or Biju Janata Dal and YSRCP or BRS were not invited, so they didn't join. And Aam Aadmi Party just came for the sake of cosmetic attendance, of course, and then they said that there is a bill pending which will come to Rajya Sabha that all of them have to support. So they had a personal agenda, and Congress has a personal agenda. Why it is important for Congress to have a unity? Because Congress contested about 443 seats in 2019 general election, won 12.3%, 52 seats they won. And now after Karnataka election, Congress at least thinks that they got a new lifeline, oxygen, that they are the savior of minorities, Muslims. You remember what happened during Modi visit here in US, that as if the minorities are suffering, minorities are oppressed in India. What sort of rubbish that Rahul Gandhi went and set up the stage, and then including George Soros clan, and then you can name the people who are all involved in this. But Congress is now trying to use that as a weapon or a tool to say that they are the savior, because JDS and Congress had equally shared the Muslim votes. This time in Karnataka, Congress managed to get all the Muslim votes, minority votes together. Otherwise, OIC's AIMIM or MIM or SDPA would have got a significant percentage of votes. They got less than 1%. So Congress thinks that if they become the Muslim vote catcher, vote bank, then they can grow in different states. Sorry, Shriya, you want to intervene? I thought I'll have
So I wanted you to finish the line, sir. No, finish your thought and then intervene. What I wanted to say was, sir, this pattern has already been observed in the case of Kerala also. See, the Kerala Muslim vote completely got behind the CPIM, Left Democratic Front. If you remember, sir, the United UDF and the LDF, both sides had an equivalent. There was a Muslim party here, there was an equivalent here, but somehow all that stuff has moved in one direction, and that sort of polarization now, probably Congress has seen that, and maybe they're trying to do the opposite. hoping that they can do this magic. My question to you is, before we go to the next, just one line answer. If elections were held today in Karnataka for Lok Sabha, how many seats do you think BJP will win?
26 out of 26.
Wow.
Because I'll tell the reason. Even the Karnataka election where BJP
I think it's 28,
lost,
but I get the point.
28. Okay, 28 out of 28. Yeah, sorry. 26 is a different state I had in mind. Okay, 28 out of 28. Right. See, Karnataka BJP lost in assembly elections for various reasons. One of the things is the 5 promises, which already the Congress has breached. And they said that they'll give, there was a conversation or, propaganda happened between Nandini versus Amul. And then Nandini milk price had been increased by 5 rupees a couple of days back. So, Congress, after coming to power, has actually created more problems for the citizens of Karnataka than the promises that the rosy path that they showed in front of them. So what Congress did, they want to replicate to other states, because if you look at 80s, Uttar Pradesh, Congress got the en masse Muslim votes and the Dalit SC/ST votes. And that was what their vote bank where they won the elections. And Sriram came, took away the Dalit votes. Mulayam Singh Yadav came, took away all the Muslim votes. Congress is a non-existent party in Uttar Pradesh today, which is the largest, people without Uttar Pradesh, the path to Delhi, road to Delhi is always through Uttar Pradesh. That one has to remember in Indian electoral. So we call this Bimaru region, which is Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. If these 5 states are dominated, they will actually form the government in the center. So that is where the Hindi heartland, we call this Hindi heartland. For the viewers who are probably not familiar, I'm just trying to explain a little bit. So all these party unity coming into force because Congress thinks that if they want to emerge beyond 50 seats this time, because if Mamata Banerjee talked about it and several other leaders, Akhilesh Yadav said, let Congress fight the election where they are strong with BJP directly. In regions where they are not strong, like Uttar Pradesh or West Bengal or other states, the regional parties will take on BJP. That is the biggest challenge for Congress, because they are left with 170 seats where they are one-on-one, head-on, no other party, regional party in the fray. That 170 seats, if you apply the same 10 or 12%, they'll get less than 17 seats. And states like Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra, Bihar, where they had a coalition before in 2019, that is about 150 seats. If you apply the same percentage, they'll get another 10 15 seats. So they will be restricted to 30 seats, which Congress doesn't want. That's why they are trying to form this alliance. And Nitish Kumar thinks that he is JP, he is Chandrababu Naidu of 2024, that he is a person who is going to be the convener. But everything will fall flat the moment 2 issues. Number one, will the regional parties accommodate, like the TMC or Akhilesh Yadav or BRS or any other regional party, will they accommodate Congress and then give them about 60-70 seats in their out of the 240 seats that they have together, and giving 60-70 seats to Congress, which means they need to reduce their tally. The second is, who is going to take on Modi? Modi even today is a popular figure. If you look at the last mood of the nation, nearly 60% of the people said Modi is the next prime minister that we want to see. So the mood is still in favor of Modi, and Modi is going to be the face of 2024 election. So who is the opponent? Is it Rahul Gandhi? None of the opposition will agree for it. Is it going to be Nitish? None of the 16 or Khichdi parties are going to agree for that. So that is where they need to work towards. One thing at least, came in today's, press meet from Stalin is tying up post-electoral coalition is not going to work out. At least they are conscious about it, because post-electoral, let's all fight our elections. Post-election, we will all get together and that is not going to work out, is a revelation that these groups have. So all these parties only aim is to beat BJP, defeat Modi, which is why they are all united. That itself is the biggest weakness. Sri Iyer, the most important part, no other media talked about so far, why they are all clamoring together to form an alliance, grand alliance, is not just because of 2024 election. It is for the next 20 years, what is there going to be the future? Because to 2026, there's going to be a delimitation exercise that's going to happen across India. It's every 20 years, the assembly and parliamentary constituency delimitation exercise happens, and then they realign the regions based on the population explosions, right? Population growth and population realignment. Whoever is in the power in the center decides finally. So if BJP is going to be in power, they are going to form and they may even extend it beyond 544 to 800 seats or 700 seats per parliament. If that happens, whoever is in power are going to decide that what is the constituency, the making up of a constituency, how many constituencies one can win. All these are going to be decided by the delimitation exercise. So Congress is in a jittery position, because if the delimitation exercise is done by BJP, Congress is wiped out from India. I think that is why they are worried, and then they are trying to work behind the scenes through Nitish Kumar. And Nitish Kumar is going to be the collateral damage like Chandrababu Naidu in 2019. I think that's why I call it, whether it's a myth or a reality. In my opinion, opposition unity is myth and not going to be a realistic one.
Thank you, sir. And I was going to play this thing at the end, but I think I would like to play it now, because people need to understand what the opposition is up against. Yesterday, right, viewers, and I don't know if you've seen a previous video where I put this video, I just want to set the stage for you. You know, people from all across United States spent their own money. No bottle, no biryani, no none of that stuff, no busing. They came from all over the country, and they came to see Modi. And what happened in yesterday, I just want to show you a very small glimpse. But I just want to tell you, 10,000 people lined up, came to the White House lawn to watch a 21-gun salute. 21-gun salute for Prime Minister Modi. The event itself was not that important. That it was raining quite heavily, and I'm just going to play you a video where we just walk through all the different people. More importantly, remember this: all regions of India, all religions of India are covered here. You have to go back and take a look at it. Pause and see. You will see every community was represented. Go ahead, please. This is all everybody's own time and dime. And I want to contrast this with Rahul Gandhi's meetings, where he had people buzzed, and the nationality of the people being buzzed is questionable. Not many Indian Americans. So the contrast is very stark, and opposition needs to understand that they need to produce a leader who's even a fraction as good or as promising as Narendra Modi. This is the challenge, if you ask me, because this is going to be, last 3 days, the airwaves were completely filled with Modi visit. Of course, Tamil Nadu would have been an exception. Tamil Nadu tries to dampen all these things.
Yeah, you are right. So, see, I think, what the opposition is taking on is a very powerful icon, right? And for that, they need to have a equally or much more prominent icon in front of him to contest against Modi. If opposition parties think that in Tamil Nadu, MK Stalin is the face, in West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee is the face, in Punjab and Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal is the face, I don't think public are going to buy into that. They had seen the menace of this Khichdi government in the past when, communist and the Congress came together. But that time, remember, Shriya, in 90s when there was a national front or left front a united front was formulated, communists were in power or, powerful in about 8 to 10 states. Janata Dal itself existed in about 6 states. Today, only 2 states they have: Janata Dal secular in Karnataka and Janata Dal United in Bihar. That too with under Nitish Kumar, they are non-existent party, and Janata Dal secular is a very, very minuscule party today. Compared 19 seats they won in the assembly election, as against the 35 seats, 36 they used to win. So Janata Dal is broken, and Congress was very prominent, in all the states of India. Today, none of the 3 are happening. So individually, there are regional parties which are very, very powerful, but collectively, Mamata Banerjee's TMC is not useful in Tamil Nadu for the coalition to get any, maybe additional 10-15 votes. That's all, or less than 0.1% votes of Bengalis probably will vote for the DMK government here. Likewise, if you look at every state after state after state, it is a regional parties or the family party. Today, if you look at all the parties that attended, Kejriwal and Nitish Kumar, minus that, and of course you could say that Mamata Banerjee also is a family party because her family is controlling West Bengal. All the family parties came together minus BRS. Telangana Rashtriya Samiti or Bharatiya Rashtriya Samiti did not attend this, or they didn't get the invite. So if you look at it, it is a powerful icon versus the vacuum. I think that is the reality 2024 election is going to be. Of course, BJP cannot be complacent. We all saw that in Karnataka, RSS did not work in favor of BJP. They just kept quiet. And this time, at a national level, RSS cannot take on the same level of mantle, because 2020, they are going to have their 100th year in the year 2025. If BJP is not in power at the center, RSS, whichever government that comes in, may even ban RSS on the 100th year of their existence. So RSS also will be vehemently working for the victory of BJP especially in northern India and even in Karnataka. So they will be working overtime, so that their existential crisis is not jeopardized. So all these put together, the opposition unity is a fear against one man. That is what is bringing together. You look at it. Internationally, there is a conspiracy that is going on. I'm sure you did a couple of, you did a shows on how Barack Obama talked about as if minorities are oppressed and human rights situation in India. But in fact, in my opinion, the minorities have more rights than the majority in India. That's a reality. It's not that minorities are being oppressed like the China Uyghur Muslims or any other place. And it is a laughable thing that when Obama was the president, the maximum amount of Islamic nations bombarded by any US president in the past is when Barack Obama was the president. And he was talking about human rights issue and safety of Muslims in India. Very, very pathetic attempt. But of course, it's all boiling down, because if you look at several media in Tamil Nadu or social media, people in India, influencers, so-called influencers who are against Modi, is talking about that. And there was a question asked during the, in the White House joint press meet. There was a question asked about what is Modi planning to do for actions to be, that steps he is going to take to safeguard the Muslims. Excellent response. But the selective amnesia of these people they just cut only the question, and then he waited for the translation to come into his earpiece before he started talking. They said, Modi was dumb, stuck by the question and then couldn't answer.
Speechless. Rendered speechless.
Yeah. That was the message that people are spreading across, but the reality is different. And every time they take on Modi, he is like a Wali, right? In
Yes,
Ramayana,
yes.
everybody who takes on him, he takes a 50% of their strength to his side. So that is what is going to happen. But it is not going to be an easy election in 2024. Let's be very, very clear. It is going to be a difficult task. It is because it's a two-term government. There could be anti-incumbency that was set in. And of course, opposition going to come back very strongly. So it is going to be a real tough fight in 2024. Let's see what happens.
So did Rahul Gandhi come for the meeting?
Yeah, Rahul Gandhi came for the meeting. One of the important factor that was discussed in the meeting was Lalu Prasad Yadav advised him about how to keep his beard trimmed and then why he should get married. That was one of the important point that was discussed in the meeting.
That maybe Lalu doesn't know that Rahul Gandhi would have to convert to Islam in order to marry.
Oh, is that so?
I'm giving I'm putting a needle up a plantain and giving it, sir. Viewers are smart enough to understand what I'm trying to say. So he's ashamed of showing his wife. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. People say that his family with kids, everybody lives in either Thailand or London or New York. Depending on who I talk to, I get all these different responses. And anyway, that's a matter for Mr. Rahul Gandhi to explain. But was there any resolution that was arrived at? Anything that they arrived at? Conclusions?
Yeah, important conclusion is they agreed to meet again in Shimla sometime soon. That's all they agreed. No other concrete decision that was taken. Of course, after landing in Chennai, Stalin talked about 7-point agenda about either exactly what I said. The region, wherever the party, whichever party is strong, they should take the leadership of of the coalition in that particular region, which Congress will not be easy to accept because they'll not get any pie in that share. That's where the problem would be. The consensus candidate in 400 odd constituencies. I'm surprised that all these parties except Congress, everybody is in their respective regions are opposing BJP. They were not working in coalition with BJP in the past. They were all opposing BJP. So what is new in this is I'm failing to understand, except that people are willing to accept Congress as part of the national thread. Other than that, I don't know, even that decision would come. At least, they all sat together in a room for a photo op. That's why Amit Shah said this is an excellent photo op meeting. Beyond that, I don't see any concrete thing happens. But, we need to wait and see how good this, leadership of Nitish Kumar is going to be. I'm sure that, he cannot be a Surjit Singh of 90s, where communists, he brought various parties together to form National Front and the United Front. I don't think, he has a wherewithal like Sharad Pawar, who is probably one of the brilliant Chanakyas, one of the Chanakyas of in the political arena today. I don't think, he can outwit Chandrababu Naidu. So, I don't know what Nitish Kumar is going to do, but, someone is commenting Jayatrada playing the role of, Nitish is playing the role of Jayatrada. Probably, yes.
Sir, Pawar is considered to be the best googly politician of India, sir.
Yep. You don't know what he will do at whichever. And Arvind Kejriwal is another one. Non-trust. You cannot trust Arvind Kejriwal in Indian politics. I don't think any party is willing to trust him.
So, how did the Biharis receive Mr. M.K. Stalin?
I think, the karma faced him. When Modi used to visit Tamil Nadu, there was a go back Modi, through bots, and Pakistani bots used to trend it. And of course, DMK IT-wing used to trend it. This time, I think maybe BJP was behind it in Bihar, and they did a go back Stalin was, there was a trend in the Twitter. But I think, in the social media and other places, there was uncomfortable messages of Tamil Nadu coming in there. Like, because Tamil Nadu, especially DMK, always, worked against the North Indians. They always said that, Pani Puri walas or Bida Vayans, that is, people who chew, pan,
Yeah.
the pan walas, and then they come to Tamil Nadu. Even as late as 2-3 days before, one of the minister in cabinet of MK Stalin said that, Biharis come to Tamil Nadu for job, including the governor, but no Tamilian go to Bihar for job. So these are some of the, hitting below the belts. I don't think Biharis will take it lying low. And anti-Hindi, because they always say that Hindi is Hindi imposition, but Biharis and Uttar Pradesh, they will only talk in Hindi. Even if they know English, they are not going to talk in English, which we need to see how DMK is going to get adjusted with that. I think this coalition is going to be a major Hindi Theriyadu Poda, excellent one, right? So these are some of the major challenges that they need to come around. But anti-Modi wave cannot be the only thread that unites them, because that will fall apart. For example, Mamata Banerjee may not be too enthusiastic about accommodating Congress and communists in West Bengal. So which means they cannot just like that walk away and then be a silent spectator in West Bengal. So they have to contest in West Bengal. So this unity itself, in my opinion, is not going to happen. Of course, Tamil Nadu, DMK will accommodate Congress to a major extent because they have 4 to 5% vote share even today. That 4 to 5% vote share is a margin on which DMK had won in the past. 2021 election, the overall margin the DMK won against the ADMK combined was less than 3%. So they need that 4 to 5%. So they cannot allow Congress to be a fence sitter in Tamil Nadu. Maharashtra, probably NCP and Mahavikas Aghadi, the 3-member party of erstwhile Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray and his son and Sanjay Raut. Only 3 members left in the erstwhile Shiv Sena and NCP and Congress. They will work together, of course, in Maharashtra. Other than that, I don't think nobody is going to accommodate. RJD will not accommodate Congress in Bihar like what they did in 2019. So Congress is going to face the wrath of all the regional parties, because regional parties will not want to give a lifeline to Congress, because the moment it happens, they all know what is the fate of JDS in Karnataka. So they all will face the same fate if they allowed Congress to flourish in their respective states. So that is going to be the major challenge here, if you ask me, in 2024.
Wonderful, sir. And now let us take a quick look at what happened in the Senthil Balaji case. Did he really undergo a bypass? Because viewers, I don't know how many of you know this. The first hospital he was taken to, the first doctor who gave a certificate turned out to be a very close relative of the wife of MK Stalin, Durga. So you never know what kind of surprise these people are going to throw up. They are trying to delay a serious interrogation of Senthil Balaji by the ED. That is understood. But how many games are they going to play? Was this really a bypass surgery? Why would he be under ventilators after the surgery? A lot of questions even now. Sir, what exactly is happening there? Did he really have the surgery? Has ED had their own physician examine him? Anything there?
So far, no, Sriya, that ED, though they had access to him and they didn't bring their expert to examine Senthil Balaji. I think Supreme Court gave in last week, when the 2 days back when the case happened in Supreme Court, where EDS opposed the habeas corpus petition filed by Senthil Balaji's wife, that it was unmaintainable in the court of law. Supreme Court did not want to take a call on that because the case was still pending in Madras High Court. They didn't know what is Madras High Court's point of view was. So they didn't want to interfere at that point in time. So they said, go back, place all your arguments in Madras High Court. So on the day of the surgery happened, the case came up in Madras High Court. One thing is very clear. It's a round 1 to DMK. In DMK versus the ED, round 1 went to DMK because DMK definitely outwit the ED. Probably DMK knew that Senthil Balaji's arrest was inevitable. So they have been preparing for these eventuality for more than few weeks or months, in my opinion. So they had all this paraphernalia, the storyboarding, what actions to take, the step by step, everything they had actually planned. So in Omandura hospital where he went, it was probably the state of the art. From there to transferring him to Kaveri hospital was probably unexpected by ED. They should have gone and appealed in Supreme Court on a urgent petition to prevent that. So that it would have given, Senthil Balaji would have been in their custody at that point in time. The biggest, legal point of view that is going to come up in front of High Court and the Supreme Court is Senthil Balaji has been given on a custody to ED, and within the first 15 days of the arrest, if ED doesn't get the custody, they will not be able to seek custody of Senthil Balaji. So, are the number of days in the hospital are going to be considered as a custodial days or not? I think that is a big legal question that both the court, Madras High Court and Supreme Court, has to answer. Either one of them. Definitely it will land in Supreme Court, because if Madras High Court says that days in hospital are not part of the custodial days, then the Senthil Balaji is going to appeal in Supreme Court. Vice versa is going to happen. But one thing is very clear, Supreme Court was in favor of not considering the days in hospital as a custodial days. And Madras High Court, when the discussion happened, when the argument happened, they said that we will take into consideration the ED's, the Solicitor General's argument that this should not be taken as a custodial days. I think that's where it's all lingers. The moment there is a decision happens, then Senthil Balaji will definitely go into custodial ED custody whenever he steps out of the hospital. It could be 10 days, 15 days, 3 months, 6 months. It's a question of postponing that. But ED also now will have other routes. His brother is, even today, as we speak today, one of his brothers' seized property, locked up property, was searched by Income Tax Department today morning for certain documentation. And serious fraud investigation is going to office is going to come into play from Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and they are going to investigate every activity of Senthil Balaji and his relatives, companies, everything. So the game is not over. Probably the first round DMK outwit ED. The surgery, according to the doctors, at this point in time, I'll at least give the benefit of doubt. The doctors issued a statement. I don't think Kaveri Hospital issued a statement after the surgery, but the news reports came that the surgery went on, and then there was a 4 stents put up in his arteries. 4 blocks were removed, and then they also talked about in the evening. Ma Subramaniam, who was a health minister, said it was a very complex surgery. Then next day we heard that he's been put on ventilator. I believe it is an assisted breathing. The ventilator probably was a word used. If it is assisted breathing, it's fine. But if he has been put on invasive ventilator, then it is serious problem. If it is a non-invasive, then it is just an assisted breathing. Then okay, probably you need that because it is an open heart surgery or the cut on the chest that needs to heal. So they would have given the assisted breathing. The third thing is, surprisingly, the timing of Shailendra Babu's statement or an order that came yesterday night was a big surprise. The timing of that is big surprise. Where they said any death or any mishap happening at a hospital, the doctors should not be arrested unless and otherwise until it is proved that there was a negligence. Previously, the doctors used to be arrested, a hospital used to be taken to task the moment there was a the death or any mishap happens to the patients. And all of a sudden, the timing of that particular order was taken aback most of the citizens in Tamil Nadu. So, in nutshell, DMK outwit ED in the first round, but ED probably is not going to give in there, because the more and more you actually start degrading Enforcement Directorate, they are going to come much more stronger. That's what happened in many various cases. Say, for example, Manish Sisodia's case in Delhi, Partha Chatterjee's case in West Bengal. if you look at connect all the dots, all the regional parties have someone or the other which who's having a trouble, and these are all proven cases. It's all in the court, and it's just not the raid and then the charge sheet not being filed. It is also in the court, and then Manish Sisodiyah has not got a bail for almost more than 3 months, and Satyendra Jain probably has not got a bail for almost a year. Partha Chatterjee will not come out of the prison because bundles and bundles of cash had been recovered from his property, which he had agreed that it was his. So all these prove together that Senthil Balaji's case is not going to be open and shut as he, it's going to be prolonged a lot, and it may land in the first family's, doors at any point. We don't know it is going to be 3 months or 6 months down the line. I think that's a summary of Senthil Balaji's case, Sri Iyer.
Thank you so much, sir. I have one doubt. On the night they arrested at 3 a.m., Enforcement Directorate. Okay, so you have to have a doctor examine the person before you take him into custody. Right. Why could they have not flown him to New Delhi, have a doctor from AIIMS look at him, and then certify whether he was okay or not? I mean, he was a very fit individual. You look at him; he looks like a wastad. And why did they miss that trick? Was there anything like a regional thing that they had to do? What was the reason for not trying?
Okay, there are two reasons, Shreya, here. Number one, he was not arrested on that night. Okay, we use a word arrest, but he was detained for questioning, which means they did the search, they issued a panchanama, which he refused to receive. After the search and then questioning, interrogation happened. The ED issued a panchanama, which he refused to accept. So they were taking him for further questioning to ED's office. And from the time he is taken for detained for, I'm talking about the legal procedures, right? From the time he is taken for detention for questioning to an arrest, there is a time frame. Only at the time of arrest, any person is taken to a doctor for examination. So when he was detained itself, Senthil Balaji complained of chest pain. So he was directly taken to the hospital. And in the hospital, the next day, the magistrate came to the hospital to give him to be taken for a judicial custody. So that is when the arrest happened. That is a subsequent day evening by about 5:30 or so. That is when the arrest happened. By then, the doctors have already checked up. You are right. Where ED missed, they should have taken an AIIMS battery of experts along with them. That didn't happen. At least when the habeas corpus was filed in the afternoon, at least that time ED should have flown in the AIIMS experts to Omandura Hospital for an independent check. So that's where I said ED probably miscalculated the preparation that DMK had done for months together for this eventuality, because as we all know and surmise that Senthil Balaji had been the treasurer for the family and the party in various elections, and probably most of his earnings, the 10 rupee collections, which is very, very prominent going in the state for last 2 years, and it is in the public domain and public discussion for last 6 months or so. Most of the money probably was going to the family. And that's why the family is more agitated and then worried. Because as I told in the last program also, according to the law, the PMLA, any confession given by the detainee or the custodial person to the ED is taken as an evidence in the court of law. Whereas a police confession as per CRPC, the confession had to be corroborated with the additional evidences. It can only be one, no action can be taken, no charge sheet can be filed just based on the confession alone. Whereas in Prevention of Money Laundering Act, the confession is more than sufficient to even convict another person. That is why the first family and most of the DMK ministers are very, very worried, because they all saw the way Senthil Balaji was crying when he was taken to the hospital, where he was trying to hide his face and all. So they are worried that he will give in at some point in time and then start singing like a canary bird. And that's a bigger story for them. I don't think it's going to stop here. Maybe the moment he is coming out of the hospital, I only wish and pray that he comes out of the hospital hale and healthy sooner, so that he faces the legal action.
Where is his brother now, Ashok?
So far, the whereabouts are not known. Either he is in ED's custody already, may not be, because if that be the case, once again another habeas corpus would have been filed by the party or the family, his family. Maybe in the custody of secret place by DMK, or on his own he may be in a secret place. But my assumption is a third one, because he probably hiding himself somewhere, because he knows if there is some danger that happens to Senthil Balaji for some point in time, he has to be the insurance policy. And for Senthil Balaji also, he knows that if he has to be safeguarded, his brother, who knows everything, needs to be safe and then available for negotiation. See, these are all like a film that is happening, Shriya, here in the last 1 week. Whatever happened, it's like we have seen this in movies, but this is happening in reality. And that's where ED needs to be a little more smarter in handling DMK, because they are preparing for every eventuality, in my opinion. I even wrote in Twitter some time back, if I don't know whether you noticed, DMK may even go for an early election along with 2024. We probably will cover that as a separate separate topic.
Why they should do that? Yeah.
Why they should do that? Yeah, we will talk about it. Yeah.
Wonderful. So we have a few questions for you, Sriramji. Let's take some questions, please.
Sure.
Mr. Bharani wants to know, Namaskara, speculations in Tamil YouTube media about DMK in a bind with ED officials because something bigger than the scam of Senthil and liquor mafia Karur group seems to have been caught wind of. Any idea?
See, I can only talk about one thing. If Senthil Balaji confess, or ED has some amount of incriminating evidences, then in my opinion they will go after the DMK family, because let's also agree on one point. No government is going to be stupid to give up such a large scam to come out for electoral benefits. I don't think they will do that, unless and otherwise the negotiation is that DMK should drop Congress off and then leave them as a political orphan in Tamil Nadu. I don't think Modi is that. Modi will do that just because to probably Congress Mukt Bharat as an objective. We don't know. Political parties can behave anyway. I'm not going to give a clean sheet for any political party for that matter, including BJP. So that could be one thing. But provided ED has an incriminating evidence, if that be the case, I don't think DMK would be putting up such a big fight in the court. Because the moment it lands in court, everybody gets to know it's a public information. As long as they do a raid and then have some secret collection of documents, any of these negotiations could be going on behind the screen. But I don't think the negotiation would end with just the ED officials. If at all there is a negotiation, it has to happen at the government level. In my opinion, at least it is not happening at this point in time, Bharani. Thanks for the question. It's a brilliant question.
Next question from Rahul Rathod. There is a high chance of INC winning Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, even though they don't win 2024. Will INC bargain for more Lok Sabha seats, as they may win all minority seats all over India? Your thoughts?
Excellent one, Rahul. Yes, Chhattisgarh 100% for sure. Congress will retain. Madhya Pradesh is going to be a tough fight. I don't at this point in time, I'm not giving in. Of course, they have announced a lot of freebies and etc. That will happen in Madhya Pradesh. But Karnataka effect, if BJP propagates what happens in Karnataka to Madhya Pradesh people may be a little more sensible in voting. But I'm not yet have enough data to say that Madhya Pradesh will go to Congress. But it is 50-50 chance at this point in time. But nevertheless, Congress is going to bargain with all the regional parties that they are going to be the minority saviors and they need to be a national thread. And then I talked about 240 seats where the regional parties control. So they may negotiate for 60 to 70 seats there, because Congress needs to cross 100 mark. Unless they do that 100 mark, they are not going to be a party or a force to reckon. And regional parties will not allow Congress to be that strong, because they all know what Congress will do if they become that strong. So it's going to be a really an interesting thing to observe as to how the negotiation happens between the parties. Let's wait and see if in Shimla, if that meeting really happens. I even now I'll write off Aam Aadmi is not going to attend the party in Shimla. Maybe even one or two Mamata Banerjee may drop off in between. So let's see who are all going to attend the discussion in Shimla, and after that we will revisit this question, Rahul.
Next question, please. Pavan Kishore wants to know, Namaskaram, sir. What should we infer from RG's statement on Congress is ready to sacrifice? Is Congress ready to contest only 200 seats? Is Congress ready to play second fiddle in the alliance?
See, RG's statement cannot be taken as a gospel truth even within Congress. Because, for example, Sri Iyer, you know the reason behind. In Delhi, Congress team, Delhi Congress, Pradesh Congress is already pressurizing Rahul Gandhi not to have a truck with, Kejriwal. West Bengal already fighting Adhir Ranjan Bose and many other leaders are already, insisting that Congress should not have a truck with TMC. Imagine July 7th, there is a local body election. 85% of seats, Congress is fighting against TMC. Congress and Communists are fighting against TMC in 85% of the seats. So it's a lip statement that, Congress is willing to sacrifice. Congress at the moment will sacrifice not to project Rahul Gandhi as a prime ministerial candidate. That's all probably I will take from that particular statement. I don't think Congress would be satisfied by contesting 200 seats, because if you apply the same percentage, 12.3% of conversion, there are 25 seats. I don't think Congress will be willing to be less than a regional party in the Lok Sabha. And then lose out. So they will want at least 350 seats across India, which the regional parties are not going to give in.
Next question, please. Thank you, Amit. Namaskaram, Sriram sir. What is your view about YSR JM Reddy? Would he surprise with an alliance with BJP post 2024 elections versus CBN?
Amit, for sure, there are three parties, I would say, BJD, Biju Janata Dal, YSR Jagan Mohan Reddy, even Chandrababu Naidu. All the three will align with BJP if there is a requirement for BJP to form a government. I would even go one step further. If DMK needs to, BJP wants number of MPs from Tamil Nadu, which DMK wins, DMK will not hesitate to offer that support to form the government. Whichever place they get the cabinet berth, either to the coalition or in BJP, probably with BJP it will be a stable government. And with all those issues that are going on with ED and others, they will even go with BJP. So YSR, I don't even have a surprise. Post-election, if there is a requirement, he will support BJP for sure. Even now, on many of the bills that is in Rajya Sabha, YSRCP is supporting the government, or at least they are abstaining or they are walking out. So they are somehow already in the camp of BJP, but they will contest again because they have a Chandrababu Naidu against YSR party. So they will fight their election. But whoever has the maximum number will support BJP.
Next question from Subramaniam Viswanathan. How BJP can face 2024 elections based on Hindu votes? Is there any other alliance possible for them?
Subramaniam, BJP has been contesting based only on Hindu votes. Probably about in Uttar Pradesh, there are several minority women voted for BJP in last election, even in Bihar. But otherwise, the minority vote share would be less than 4-5%, if not, more, if not less. I don't think, there are minorities which will go lock, stock and barrel and then vote for BJP. So they have always been winning the election only based on Hindu votes, and which will continue. Alliance, I don't think so. There are going to be new alliances. Maybe Shiromani Akali Dal will come back to BJP fold. Shiv Sena, anyway, we saw that, it is in BJP fold already. JDS in Karnataka may align with BJP because they have an existential crisis. Chandrababu Naidu already started talking to BJP to align because he has already become politically irrelevant. So he may want to get a relevance. So he may do that. So I think these are the alliance possibilities in my opinion. Mayawati already said that she is going to contest alone in Uttar Pradesh, which is actually good. She should not align with BJP because BJP on its own will, with Apna Dal, they will actually be much more stronger. So I think these are the alliances possibilities in 2024, Subramanian.
Next question, please. Venkat Ranga wants to know, Namaskaram. Mr. Annamale alleged that the address of Udayanidhi residence is the same as some foreign investor. How smart is that of the Stalin family?
Magnet Ranga, I think, it is the Udayanidhi Foundation and Noble Steels. These are the two companies which had the same address, not Udayanidhi Stalin's house, but he has a foundation through which, there are some charity, so-called charity work happens. That charity had been, seized, and then the accounts had been frozen by Income Tax Department already. And Noble Steels is another company where he was a director before contesting the election in 2021. Few months before the election, his close friend Anbil Mahesh Poyyamuri, who was the education minister, and Stalin were the directors in that particular company. They resigned and then they contested the election. So there is a closer tie. I think the money trail had to be proven for this. I think it's a stupidity of them to have the same address. Especially when after forming the government, they should have actually removed at least one of the organization from that address. It is a stupid move from the family.
Hubris, sir. Hubris.
Yeah.
Srinivas Jayaprakash wants to know, Namaste, sir. What do you think will be the fate of the Penn Memorial? Won't its construction bring more public anger on DMK?
Srinivas, yes. It will be a huge public anger, but unfortunately, what happened? The central government agencies have already approved for that Penn statue. The local people opposed because it is going to pose an ecological problem. Seaman already said that the moment the memorial is constructed, he is going to demolish that. There is going to be a public anger for this because what is that the Mr. Karunanidhi did that Anna has not done. So that is a debate that has been going on, that the founder of DMK was a much bigger writer and orator and author, and what he did not do, or their icon E.V. Ramaswamy, the Periyar, who is popularly known in Tamil Nadu, what social reforms that they actually claim that E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar is a reformist, and what is that he has not done that you are giving a memorial for just because he is just part of the family. I think that public anger is going to be humongous, but DMK will succeed in keeping this because they already planned for it. They cannot go back unless there is some ecological problem crops up. They are going to do that. Of course, it will land and there's going to be a public anger against DMK on that.
Pen is good for us, sir. The pen is in our logo also. Kandala Vamsidhar wants to know, Namaste, sir. Sriram Garu and Sri Your coverage of topics are superb. Please talk about Andhra politics. Invite some experts to talk. Yes, we will do that. Just give us some time. Yes, we are getting our alignments done because elections are coming up. We are going to be very busy. We are going to be keeping you also very busy. Thank you so much. Next question from Amit. Thank you, Amit. Any chance of RaGa arrest before 2024 election?
I don't think so. I don't think, but in that case, that is where he is on bail, if the court decides, High Court or the Supreme Court decides that the sentence remains, then he has to go to jail. That is pending still. I don't know. Probably he will escape the jail term at least till 2024. Even BJP will not actively look for him to get that sympathy, and because he is one of the greatest campaigner for BJP, in my opinion.
But if he doesn't move the court, even if he moves the court, if the court doesn't decide, that means he still can't contest, right?
No, he cannot contest. Even now, his qualification to contest is still, he cannot contest the election. And, from the date he gets out of the prison, because 2 years from the sentence completion, 6 more years he cannot contest. So 2024, and if the verdict is not reversed or reduced, he will still be disqualified to contest the elections. So 24 for sure, he will not contest. 29, let's wait and see.
Thank you so much, Sriram ji. And viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, always, I've been requesting you for a long time now. Please like any video that you start watching as soon as possible. That gives it the best chance to go viral. This is not something that is not, you're not bribing us. You're bribing us with your appreciation. Let me put it that way. But it does help the cause of the video. The video goes viral, then we get more subscribers, then we can become more self-sustaining. Thanks once again, Sriram ji, and we'll be back again very soon with more news. Thank you once again. Namaskar.
Thank you. Namaskar.